Now, the story of Shaitan is an interesting one. It's an amazing one. But to be honest with you, Shaitan is serving an existential purpose in our lives, and he is most necessary, or it is most necessary. Now, the story comes with Hazrat Adam. At least Iblis Shaitan story comes from Hazrat Adam. If you read the Quran, you will find that there is a rebellion against the authority of the divine. But the malice, spite, and hatred towards humanity comes from Iblis and then subsequent to Iblis. So there is shayateen beyond Iblis. There are shaitans who are rebellious, do not accept the authority of the Lord. But the personal vendetta against Adam and against the progeny of Adam commences from Iblis. So why did you not prostrate to the one I ordered you to? خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين. You created me from fire. You created him from dust. I am better than he is. How do you expect me to prostrate to him? It's a phenomenal story that is going on. Because what was happening here is that the Iblis himself was in the devotion of the divine through bodiliness. Not to say that he had the same body as we have, but through bodiliness. I have done this, so I deserve this. It's a supreme position that you are giving to him. That position is owed to me. The rank of the supreme general that you're giving to him is a rank owed to me. You have infused in his mind all this knowledge. You could have done it for me. I'm far better, and you know I'm far better. The thing is, the same story was going on with Iblis that is going on with us. You see, this is our transactional nature with God as Iblis was transacting. I have done this, so I deserve this. Iblis made the same equation. I have done this, so I deserve this. Whereas the story that was unfolding from the side of the divine was Iblis, no. What I'm after is that inner bit inside you. Hand that over to me. Hand what is going on inside you, deep inside. Prostrate before Him. Don't care less about the reward, and then leave it to me. Had Iblis done that one prostration to Adam, Iblis would have been the Sayyid of Adam. You know that, right? He would have been the iconic figure for all of us to emulate. It just needed that one moment of Iblis inviting Allah's light within and loving Allah beyond a transactional relationship that he had forged with God. He said, no, I am better than he is. فَاخْرُجْ مِنْهَا فَإِنَّكَ رَجِيمٌ. Out of here, you are chased away. وَإِنَّ عَلَيْكَ اللَّعْنَ إِلَى يَوْمِ الدِّينِ. And upon you is la'na till the day of deen. Now, what does la'na mean? For you will be no entrance or re-entry into this place. For you will be alienation until the day of deen. Can you see this? It's a decree that was passed that you will never be able to come back here. For this is a place, مَا لَكَ أَن تَتَكَبَّرْ فِيهَا. Iblis, how dare you show pride in this place? It's a holy place. It's a place where pride is supposed to dissolve. You have pride in your soul, and this was a test for you. Now, away from here, you're no longer eligible. And this is why the Quran says that they will not be admitted into paradise until all the filth is extracted from their hearts in the presence of God. The filth is the real filth of the heart, not the body. Inna alayka la'nati ila yawmiddin. Upon you is my la'na, or you are being shunned till the day of Qiyamah. Now, in response, and this follows on, then this response of Iblis follows on from here. فَأَنظِرْنِي إِلَى يَوْمِ يُبْعَثُونَ. Then in that case, spare me. Give me respite till the day they are going to be raised. Because now I know I can't come back here at all. And you can kill me at any point. So now allow me respite. To the day they are raised. Iblis already knew what was going to happen. What was the destiny destined for the children of Adam. قَالَ إِنَّكَ مِنَ الْمُنظَرِينَ. He said, you are one who is spared إلى يوم الوقت المعلوم, to a particular day. Now, What is the task of Shaitan? We're going to read these verses. And this is a quality that we have in us as well. The task of Shaitan is to misguide humanity, but why? It's not a plaything. Shaitan is suffering more than anybody else, to be honest with you. He's doing it out of spite, out of malice, out of hatred. How dare you do this to me, O Lord? It's a very personal vendetta that he has against the Lord. But you know, when he addresses the Lord, he says, Rabbi, my Lord. He acknowledges, for bi'izzatik, I swear by your might. He acknowledges him as my Lord. I swear by your might. Spare me till the day of Qiyamah. He knows all these things, right? In Quran, in which battle does Quran talk about in Surah Anfal? Badr. Inni ara ma la tarawun, inni akhafullah. I see what you see not. I fear Allah, and he fled. Right? He knows who Allah is, but he is unable to control. Isn't that a psychological condition that we can experience? I know the truth, but I hate the person so much that I can't control it. It's a sickness. It's a sickness. في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا. In their hearts there is a sickness, and Allah increases their sickness. The context of that is the person who was, what do you call it, desirous of becoming the chief of Aus and Khazraj, was put to one side when Prophet Muhammad ﷺ came to Medina. He felt jealousy. The Quran says, "Fi qulubihim marad." In their heart is sickness. Wazadahumullahu marada. And Allah only increases their sickness by giving Prophet Muhammad greater success and popularity. Iblis is sick. He's a sick creature, but we can relate to him.